Good evening, viewers and friends. All right, I'm DAPZY'S. I'm a data Walter Aditunji. All right, I remain your data analyst and scientist motivator. Always motivating with the difference and with a sense of humor. All right, yeah, let's get started into what we've got for today. Yeah, we'll be having our data content today. Okay, just as I promised the last time, and I'll be looking at some business intelligence tools for data visualization. All right, and um, and I'll be teaching us today how to use Tableau to analyze a data set. So we'll be picking a data set for analysis today. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're gonna be a data analyst. All right. The journey into being a data analyst has started. All right. So just sit back and relax while we explore the use of Tableau, which is a business intelligence tool. A lot of people find Tableau very difficult. Okay, but when you follow me through, I'm gonna help you break it down. I'm gonna help you um I'm going to make you see how simple it is to use. Okay, I'm going to navigate through the features of Tableau. Okay, and I'm going to explain everything into two for you. All right, so just relax and you can open your Tableau software and follow me through. Okay, Tableau Public is free. Okay, and Tableau is an open source software. It's free. So but it's just that it's limited to what you can access. Okay, all right, from which options you can import your data set from. Okay, so we can see the different options here. Microsoft Excel, import Microsoft Excel file, text file, JSON file, Microsoft Access file, PDF file. All right, and if you click here, you see how more um, options. Okay, that you can access. All right, but for our study today, we'll be looking at an Excel file. Okay, it sales data. All right, so this company sells products. Okay, across different cities, all right, or regions. Okay, and we want to just analyze the data set. We want to see how the data looks like. Okay, we want to see which city sells the most. All right, we want to also see what which gender, okay, whether the male or female gender, which gender does well, okay, purchases more products, all right, from this e-commerce business. All right. We also want to see a lot of factors, age group, and the likes. All right. So since I said it's an Excel file, so I'll just come and click Microsoft Excel. So don't forget these are the other sources that you can also import data from. Okay, from the web. All right, using the web URL address and all. We are dealing with Microsoft Excel today. All right. So I'll just click on Microsoft Excel. Well, you just click on Microsoft Excel, and so it's going to open. Um, okay. Let's just wait for it to open. Get into my desktop. All right, and my system is a bit slow because I've got so many things open at the same time, working on several projects. So don't mind me, please. All right, so we'll just I'm gonna click on Power BI folder. Okay, and I'm gonna just click on data, and open that. Okay, so click on open. Now what Tableau is doing is extracting. Is going to my system to extract the file. Okay, to extract the Excel file. All right, so that's what Tableau is doing right now, and then showing processing requests. So let's just wait for some few minutes, and then we're gonna have that displayed on. Okay, so it has extracted the file and it's still loading it. All right, okay, so I've got my data table. Can we all see my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen, please. I want to make sure we're all on the same page before I proceed. Okay, all right, thank you. So you would once it loads, you get your table, which are extracted from Excel file. Exactly what you have in Excel is what is showing here right now. All right, so it's showing you the columns name. We've got date table, date column, customer column, sales column, customer age, customer gender. You can just collapse this, just click collapse. It's going to get expanded, all right, and then you can have a view of the other columns, all right. So we can see date column. Okay, I call it data the other time. Sorry about that. Date column, the customer, salesperson, customer age, customer gender, state, um, product category, subcategory, payment, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, by default, Tableau would always load the data set and show you the first 100 um, rows. Okay. The first 100 rows, and we can see that here 100. All right. The first 100 rows, that was always going to show you. All right. So you can just take it up and move down. All right. And then you're going to see what you've got. So for customer gender, we can see we have female, male. All right. The two types of gender we have, and different states here. We also got product category, clothing, accessories, phones, subcategory. We've got payment options. We've got the quantity. We're giving cost price of some of these products and the selling price. Okay. Now your work as a data analyst here is to get the profit and loss. Okay, check if this companies has made enough profit or if they made loss, all right, compared to profit. All right, and also you can also analyze and check, okay, which sales personnel, all right, gave the company lots of sales, okay, over time, more profit, or which customer age group, all right, did better in terms of purchasing and purchasing power in the company. Now we can just analyze, check out different things or work, and that's the work as a data analyst analysis. All right. If you look at this place, I like to just click here. So this place shows you the data type you are dealing with. All right. So now this is the date time, date, okay, date, and this one is showing that this is string. All right. So you see that the string data type, okay, string type ABC letters, string. Those that have done Python, you know what I'm talking about. Now this is also string, okay? That is all alphabetical, all right? And things that deal with numbers, all right, that numerical, okay? So you see that that's number, old number, it's numerical. So it's a number type of data, all right? And this one is still string, all right? Okay. And when we have decimal, we will see that it's flutes, okay? Okay, it's number, okay? Decimal, yeah. The tablet gives you as number decimal. All right. If it's Python, you know I'm talking about flutes, you know. So I'm just don't mind me. Okay. So sometimes these things they are interrelated, okay? They relate. Data analysis tools, okay? The terminologies we use, they are relatable. All right. So you can see string here, all right, as it is in Python. All right, string. All right. One thing I would also like to show us, okay, okay. All right. So looking at this, I would like to do certain things. Since I have my payment option, I have quantity, all right, in number, all right. I have cost price, selling price. Now, for every product sold, all right, for every product, okay, we have the cost price and we have the amount that. So the cost price means the amount that is being purchased. Okay, selling price, the amount the seller wants to sell it. So so let's take for example that we have someone who sells goods, okay, like keyboard. We have keyboard, blue shirts, you know, maybe a laptop, and you want to sell one of these items for 80. You bought it for 80 pounds, okay, or $80. All right, let's use dollars, okay. So you bought it for $80, and you want to sell it. Are you going to sell it for $80? Yeah, you're not going to sell it for $80 because you want to make profit. Okay. So let's assume you're a trader, you want to make profit. All right. And no one wants to make loss. So you're not going to sell it $60. Am I right? So you might want to just add like $20 on it. That's making $100. All right. So this person sold it for 109. All right. So added $29 to it. $109. So as to make $29 dollars profit. Okay. So we need to calculate the total cost, the total revenue, And from there, we can be able to calculate what? The profit or loss. All right, the profit or loss. Um, so if we look at this now, how do we calculate total cost? Can someone tell me? In knowledge back in mathematics or economics, you remember that when calculating total cost, we say quantity multiplied by the cost price to give us total cost. And total revenue also will be selling price multiplied by cost price by quantity, I mean. Selling price multiplied by quantity will give us what? The total revenue. So we'll just take that, and we'll just come click again, sheet one. Sheet one. I come here, click on sheet one. It takes us to the sheet one. Now, anywhere below this part, can you see my course, everyone? Come below here and right click. Once you right click, just move to create calculated field. Create calculated field. And then you come here. Right, have you done that? Hope I'm not too fast. Okay, let me just cancel this. I'll do it again. Alright, so below this part here, this under this table, anywhere, any space there, just right click. And then you just move up to the upper part here and click on create calculated field. And then what we want to get is total cost. So just type total cost. Are we together? And I just told you that total cost is what? Quantity times the cost price. So let's just click quantity. All right. If I want to just start typing it, it comes out. So you can just click on it, or you press your tab key. Multiplied, you know your sign for multiplied, asterisk by cost price, right? Cost. So you can just click on it, and it gives you that. Tableau will bring out the calculation is valid to show you that it's correct. When you make any error, any mistake, it to show that it's invalid. And so you just need to check your code or check whatever you've written. So just click OK. And then you have total cost. Now, when once you've done that, it appears here, and then you see a sign different from, you see this part that looks like a Naira sign here. That looks like let me say ash, okay, ash sign. You would see equal to equal ash. That shows there is a new calculated field that been introduced. Let's calculate, let's check for selling price. So that's total revenue. So the same thing you did again, any space, right click, click on created field and write total revenue. We all know what revenue means, right? So what you've gotten, all right, revenue, like profit or income. So total revenue is your quantity again. Spell it well. Quantity, press my tab key, multiplied asterisk by selling price. Tab key again. It shows me that this calculation is valid. I press OK. All right, I would like us to stop here and let's get back to our data source. So just click here. It takes you back to where we're coming from. And let's check back here so we see that there's a change. Are we together? So we have total costs. If you look at this, quantity, cost price is 80. 80 times 1 gives us 80. Cost price is 24.50 times quantity, which is 2. What does it give us? 49.00. 3.69 times 3 to give us 11.01. So we can see that this is correct. What we have initiated on the sheet page has been affected in the on our table. So even the total revenue, a new column name has been added, which is total revenue. That's 109 times 109. Okay, these are selling price. So let's use selling price, sorry. 1 times 1 is 109 on the total revenue. 28.50 times 2 gives us 57 on the total revenue. 5 times 3 gives us 15. Let's check, it's correct, 15. So we can see that. That's okay. Now let's get back to our sheet. Sheet 1. Now let's calculate for profit and loss. So we need to know if the company is making profit or loss. And we can do that now from since we've gotten our total revenue and our total cost. So I'll just say profit/loss. So that will be formula is total. Who can give me the formula? I'm waiting. Yeah, you're correct. You're very correct. That's great. You must be a scholar. Total revenue minus subtracted by minus total cost. Total cost. All right. So the calculation is valid again. Once again, press OK, and so it appears there. I'd like to explain something that if you look at these tables under the table, the Tableau, in its own ability differentiates or helps you to divide the measures from the dimensions. So the measures are those things that are numeric. So cost price is numeric, customer age is numeric, quantity, selling price, total cost, they're all numeric. And then we have customer gender, date, all these are dimensions. They are in alphabetical, they all have alphabets, okay? They're all alphabets. All right. Okay. So one more thing I would like us to do again. Let's go back to our data source before we now start visualization. We're getting there. You started your work as an analyst already. I have age, but you would agree with me that when you're filling forms, you're applying for a job, or you're filling a questionnaire that requires you to put in your age. You notice that they will not ask you what is your age. It's always grouped. So they can say from 20 to 26, from age 30 to 39, 40 to 49. They will just put it like that. So if your age is within that age range, you just have to tick it, right? Beautiful. All right. So we're going to also make it, because your work as data analyst, to make this your work or make your analysis simplified and easy to understand. So having this customer age now, when you are doing analysis, it's not easy to get all the age, you know, into perspective. So what do we do? And I click on create group. Let's check this now. Create group. All right, thank you. So it says create group. The lowest number I've got here is 17, and the highest number is 87. That is, the highest age is age 87 years old, and the highest age is 17 years old. Okay, the lowest, age is 17 years old. And the highest age is 87 years old. All right, let's cancel. So now, in statistics or in economics, you would agree with me that when you're finding your group or your intervals, it's always the maximum minus the minimum divided by group. So we can say we want, how many groups do we want in this data? All right. What I'll just tell you to do now is get your book, get your writing material, and so to get the class interval, we're going to use maximum minus the minimum divided by group. So let's say we want to have 5 groups. Okay, so you can use 6 groups, 7 groups. But what I always just recommend is, when you divide, after you made the division, if you give the whole number, then go with that number of group. Okay, you give a decimal, because you keep adding decimals. When we start, you see what I'm talking about. It's not going to all go well. So it's always nice you just use a group number that will give you, when you make a subtraction and division, will give you a whole number. So I'll just go with 5. Let's have 5 groups. So we have our minimum to be 17 and our maximum to be 87. So that's maximum minus minimum divided by group. That's our class. All right. So we'll just say 87 minus 17 divided by 5. Okay, so we have 87 minus 17 divided by 5, right? 5 is the number of groups we want to get. So that is 87 minus 17 will give us 70. Am I right? Okay, your guess is as good as mine. 70. So let's divide 70 by 5. 70 divided by 5 will give us what? Very fast, very fast. Who has done that? That will give us 14. 14. So what we want to do is that we want to just group this age, customer age that we've got here. We want to group it. All right, so it's going to make sense. So let's just come to sheet 1, and very quickly, just as I explained earlier, I taught you, under tables, just right click and create calculated field. Okay, and then let's put age bracket. Age bracket. Very beautiful. So remember, the lowest age our customer age was 17. So we add, now we've gotten our interval to be 14, right? It's 7 minus 17, give us 70 divided by 5. That's what? 14, right? Is that correct, everybody? I'm waiting. Is that correct? Okay, thank you. It's correct. So divided by 5. So you just need to, so allow give us 14. So 17 plus 14 will give us what? That'll be 17 dash 2 so 31. Because when you add 17 plus 40, it gives us 31. So let's press enter. The next age is what? 32. To add 14 again. So you just keep adding 14. So 17 is the lower class boundary. 31 is the upper class boundary. You cannot put 31 here because this is the age that you've gotten. So the next age will follow 32 plus 14. That will give us what? 46. Sorry, that will give us 46. 46. So press enter. The next age again is 47. 2, that's dash. So what? Add 14 to this again. That will give us what? Somebody get that. Somebody get that for us. That will give us 61. So 62 2 plus 14 again, that will give us what? Has anybody gotten that? That will give us 76. Okay. And then the next number is what? 77. Now we cannot stop at 76. Why? Because remember that the highest age customer age is 87. So you cannot stop at 76. It's not going to cover the whole age. So it has to be from 17 to 87. So or it can be above 87, but it must not be below. 77 2. So let's add 14 again to 77. That will give us what? You are very correct. 91. 91. So we can stop here now at 91. So let's just give them a name. 17 to 31. We can call these ones. What age group can we call them? Teenagers? No, let's call them youth. So youth, right? And we have 32 to 46. Let's call these ones young adults. Young adults. What a funny name. Then 47 to 61, let's call them adults, right? Adults. 62 to 76. Let's call them, what can we call them now? Senior adults. Let's give them senior adults. You said it, you mentioned it yourself, senior adults. Okay, so 7 to 91. What name can we give it? These ones? These ones are old people, so let's call them elders. Elder, okay? Elder. Now, we're going to use a line of code here, but it's not really like a code. It's just if else statement, just like we use in Python. For those that have done Python programming, you would come across if else statement one way or the other. But don't be scared. It's very simple, and I'll explain to you. But in Tableau, we have what we call the if else if statement. All right. So it's just like saying you want Taiwo, your brother, to get you something like Indomie. Now say, Taiwo, go and get Indomie. If they don't have Indomie, else get plantain. Then I says, what if they don't have plantain, my brother? Now say, if they don't have plantain, else get coconut. Other says, oh, what if they don't have coconut? Now say, if they don't have coconut, else get what? Spaghetti. Since spaghetti even looks like Indomie, what you wanted initially. Now say, what if they don't have this spaghetti you want, my brother? Just tell him end. That is come back home. End. That's what we're going to apply here now. Very simple. Very, very simple. So just watch me as I type. So we have if, our if statement. Our if statement. Okay. So just watch. I want you to understand it. So I'm typing now if. This is our if statement, right? If our own innomina is what? Is the customer age. Because that was on the table. Customer age has come out. So just click it. If it's less than or equal to 31, this 31 here. Why will you take 31? Because 17 is less than 31. All the numbers that are less than 31 that are in that table, in our table, now in our table of sales data table, less than or equal to 31, then you now say youth. Let's bring this here. Put an inverted comma, then youth. Then now put this age. This is the age of the youth now. So just put it in bracket. Just put it in bracket. We just want it to just make sense now when we have it on our table. If this, right? If customer age is less than this, then youth. Else if um customer age, right? So just click on customer age. Is less than or equal to 46. 46, right? Okay, remember we had 32 here, right? So less than 40, less than or equal to 46. That is all the numbers that are 32 is less than 46, right? From 32 to 46, all less than 46, and equal to 46 because 46 is inclusive. They are all the young adults. So less than or equal to 46 young adults. Young adults. So just Control X, cut it. A normal from MS Word, you know that. So just put your inverted comma. I'll just paste it here. So I put this in parentheses, close it with the inverted comma. Else if again, else if, right? Else if customer age is less than or equal to, now to be what, 61, you are correct, 61. 61, though we have adults, right? So 61, put the inverted comma, adults, adults, adults. Put it in brackets, and close it. Let's just delete this adult that is here. So we are getting somewhere. Else if again, so we just permit me to just okay, I don't want to copy. Let's continue. Else if, come here and click this. Okay, let me do this. I don't want you to be confused. So else if, click it, customer age, click here, is less than again or equals to, so kind of just a simple rhythm going like that, rhythm like music. Less than 76, inverted comma. So senior adult, right? Control X, senior adult. So we have this. Put in bracket, and put your quotation mark, right? Now the else, you now close it with else now. Else, right? Else. You have elders. Elder. So just come here and put elder. Put it in bracket, don't forget. In bracket. So you have to open and close. And you have that. It says contains error, right? So remember I said end. End. It should be correct now. It should be valid. It still contains error. Let's see where our error emanates from. So we said if customer age is less than or equal to 31, then youth 17 to 31, right? Else if customer age is less than or equal to 46, all right, young adults, it says expected then. Oh, so I did not put my then. So that's it. It will correct you. All right, then. Also, you had not put then. Yeah. So you'll be corrected. And once you take correction, the code is valid. Very simple. Very simple. All right. So it's possible you make mistake. I put then in the first line, I didn't put in others, and it just showed me. Press your OK. And that is it. Age bracket is there. When we come back to our data, it should appear likewise. All right, so let's come back here and you see that you have an age bracket, young adult 30 to 46, youth 70 to 31, and these are just going to appear the same way we have done the code. All right, very simple, very simple. You're already becoming a data analyst and scientist. Very simple. Now we need to now go back to our data and want to analyze it. So you have to be able to come up with questions that will make your data speak. All right, answer questions that will give that you need to prefer answer to through your data. So through my data set, I have customer gender here, customer age. So I want to look, and I have profit. That's why I made profit and loss. So which customer gender is giving us profit? So you come here, come back to our sheet one. All right, come back to your sheet one, and then we look at customer gender, profit by customer gender. Okay, so we want to start our visualizations now. All right. So when we get our visualizations from there, we build our dashboard. All right. If time permits us today, we'll complete it. If not, we'll continue next class. It's going to be very interesting. Please pay attention right now at this point. If you don't pay attention, you will not understand anything I'm doing. It's going to look like magic. But trust me, it's very simple, interesting, and fascinating. All right. Let's go. Let's go there. So pick up customer gender, drag it, and put it where you have rows. And then it gives you a table, female and male. Profit and loss, pick it, drag it into this place where it will show you a thick square box. And I show me, drop it there, release your hand. Then you say that it gives you that female, all right, the profit or loss made here is 1,080,259, and for male 1,181,349. So it shows us that we have more male than female. Yeah, all right, that comes to this store or that purchases things from this business. Okay, so that what this has just told us now. Has given us giving us the story already. So but however, we don't want a table. So let's come to show me here on the right hand, top right hand. So I'll click on pie chart. Is a pie chart. Click on show me again so it can go off. For those who might look that, why didn't I pick any other chart, any other visualization chart? Okay, please go and watch one of my videos on my YouTube channel where I spoke about different visualizations for numerical and categorical variables. So you understand why I'm choosing some particular charts, okay, for different variables. Okay, so thank you. Now this is not giving us, this is so small. I'll come to this where we have standard. Click this drop arrow and click on entire view. It makes it bigger. When you hover around it, you see that it's already telling you a story that female, what we saw in the table is already showing that, but must we touch it before it can tell us that? No. You should be able to just sit and know what it's saying. All right. So let's come here. Come to customer gender now. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. So drag it and drop it where you have label, where you have this T label. I'll leave it there. And then you see F and M, meaning female and male. Female and male. Come here to profit and loss. Pick it and drag to your label again. You have female and male, and you have the figures now. So you don't need to over around it. It's already showing. Beautiful. But it can still be more better than this. So let's come here. We want to make it to be in percentage so that we don't have to start calling these large figures for our stakeholders. It's going to look boring. So let's just come here and where we have this T sum, right click on the sum, come to quick table calculation, and just move down to where we have percentage of total and click percentage of total. So it already gives us in percentage now. It's getting better, but it's still giving us in 3 decimal place. So you'll be saying for 7.765% female, 52.235 is too long. Come on, life can be much more easier and simpler than this. All right, so let's still go again. Come down to where you have this T sum. Right click again, and come to format. When you click format, on your left hand side you see format percent of total sum. Underneath you have default, font, alignment, numbers. Where you have numbers, click on this drop down, come to percentage, and you have 2 decimal places. Reduce this to 0. Once you start doing that, it's already taking effect on your chart. Look, I don't want 1 decimal place. Let's reduce it again. So 0, and then you come. And then you have 48% of female, 52% of male. This is brilliant and very easy to say. Very easy to say. All right. After you've done that, now close it. I want to believe you knew where I went to. I will take that again. I came to where you have T, sum, right click, and I came to format, and I came down to numbers, click here, come to percentage, and take it to 0. That's easy peasy. Now, the next thing we're going to do now, we want to make it look more fascinating. So we want to give the name of this sheet 1. We want to give it a name, a title. So what I did there now, come here, let me click out, come to sheet 1 below, double click, and write profit by customer gender. Okay, press enter. then it appears here. Beautiful. Now let's give it a color. Now we can, if I come to this place, if I move into this header, I want to right click this header now. I'll now come to edit title, edit title. Okay. Next thing I do, I would highlight this sheet name first. I want to leave it at Tableau light. I want to reduce the font, it's too big. Let's take it to 11. I want to make it bold. So I'm going to do this 2 times so you can just see something. I can choose to give it this color. Click on apply. Okay, and the color has changed. But I don't want this color. So let's go back again. What I did before, then again. For it can affect, you have to first of all do this. Highlight the sheet name. So let's leave everything as bold, font size. This is the color I'm changing now. So I'm changing to white. That looks somehow, right? Changing to white. Press OK. You cannot see anything, right? But we're going to format it now, and then you're going to see a change. So I'll just format the background. So I'll come to format title. I will come here now, come to shading, and then I'll click on this color that I want, and you can see it has changed. So this is what I wanted. I wanted a white lettering and the background to have that. And this looks beautiful for me. You can do it any way you want to do it. You can do it the other way I did it, fine. So let's close this. Let's format this area now, the background. I would like to give it a border. Anywhere around it, just right click, anywhere. Click on format. On this side now, come to where you have this A and move down to where you have this square box looking like a quadrant. You see it shows borders. Click on it. Then come to cell and click on this line. I don't want broken lines. If you want broken lines, you can use, but this will be better for me. I'll click on this. I want to be a bit thicker, okay? Then click on this and I have this. It's looking very fantastic now. All right. Okay. Also, I also want to do something. I would like to edit this workspace, this area, this background. It's color white. So for the purpose of my dashboard when I'm creating it, I want to just remove this white and make like there should be none. So no background, no white background. You get to see what this change means when we start our dashboard session. Okay. Now we're just creating the visualizations before now put them on the dashboard. So that is that. I'm just doing all this now, all this formatting, so that I don't need to now keep doing formatting again for every visualization that I do or every chart I do. It's going to waste time to save time. All right. So as data analyst and data scientist, you also have to know how to work smartly. That you're going to save time. Okay. All right. Because sometimes you might be given a deadline of work to do, and then you just need to just be fast about it. So what I will just do later is just to right click here and duplicate. Click on duplicate, and to just give me this same thing in the next page, and I will just use it to create another visualization. Yeah, because of our time, I'm not going to do that now. I want to believe that you've had a lot of time, enough time to learn, and you've been able to enjoy today's class. All right. So if you've enjoyed the class, please just make sure you like this video, drop a comment. All right. If you actually want me to, maybe I'm too fast in my lesson and you want me to slow down, drop it there. Feel free to just express yourself. And if you feel that I've done justice to this, all right, and you're looking forward to the next class, drop it also your comment link, comment box there. And don't forget to subscribe. All right. When you subscribe, you're going to make it get to a larger audience. And who knows, some might just want to be a data analyst and data scientist. And might feel that it's so difficult to achieve that. And with this video, we just feel interested. So please just subscribe to my channel, and we'll meet next class. All right. Have a lovely time. Please practice, practice, practice. All right. Bye. I'm your boy DAPZY'S.